Hi everyone, welcome along to today's video. So as a change from plumbing and stuff like that, DIY, I'm going to make a break and get back to my musical roots, which I love, and I know you all know that I'm into my music and listening at home on the best equipment I can manage to afford. Anyway, that's mainly because way back in the 70s, between 1975 and 1979, I ran a recording studio in my own town of Gravesend in Kent. And there we made lots of good tapes of stuff, local bands and so forth. And at that time, all I did was make cassette copies for myself. The reel-to-reels I gave to the bands as they left, because that's what they paid for. I kept a couple of reels back, but not many. Most of them were just on old cassettes. Now, years later, I still had cassette decks in the 90s. I was able to copy the things off onto computer as the computers were just coming out, but the software was pretty terrible then and the quality of the sound was pretty bad. So reel on a lot of years later, and here we are now, and of course you can't get a cassette deck for love nor money. Only worn out ones that are really kind of already broke or on their last innings. So I've not been able to borrow a cassette deck from anywhere to do my old studio tapes, because I decided I'd like to get them out of the loft and give them another go. Now, some are not in very good repair because they've been moved from house to house since the late 70s, and obviously they've got hot in the loft and they've got rain dripped on them where I had a leaking roof and a ton of dust pour on them when I had a new roof fitted, forgot to cover them up. So they've been through all sorts of bad weather. There you are. And I decided to get them down, clean them all up, clean the tapes up themselves, just by brushing all the dirt off and trying to get the heads fixed. The little pads that in front of the cassettes have come away with glue that they kind of stick them with. I'll show you the bit I mean. Yeah, this is an old cassette of Jan's, a school one, but I'm just showing you this bit here. This little pad here, it all come off on a lot of the old tapes because it's only glued on, and it broke. A lot of tapes as well I tried to fix and they're bowed and busted. A lot of them are trying to get them to work and they're jammed because they hadn't been moved for a long time. But I did have an ingenious idea for doing that though. Let me show you that. Yeah, this was it for when they were jammed and stuck. I mean, this tape's broke, but it's an old one. This isn't one of my studio tapes. This is a school cassette of Jan's, I say. So, but what I've got a screwdriver like this, and that's not quite the right head. I can't find the old one I've used, but basically I fitted it in there and it went across both of those, so that when I put it in there I could spin the tape back and force them back, so it kind of ricocheted them back around. And I'm just kind of showing it's not quite the right size. It actually fitted exactly across the tape heads here and enabled me to spin them back and then turn them over and spin them back the other way, and it kind of loosened them all up and made them playable once again. So then I was just stuck with trying to find a player, but I came up with something. It's great. Let me show you. So looking around, I couldn't find, as I say, any old cassette decks that were of any use. Just a few very, very expensive ones, and I thought for the time that I actually want to record these off, I'm finished with it after that. I'll never play cassettes again once I've got them digitally recorded. So I found this little thing. Yeah, it's like a little Walkman, and there's a cassette in there, but it's a USB output on the side, so you can, there it is there, around there, and you can actually USB this out straight into the computer, and you can record it at what file type you like, because they give you instructions to load Audacity down, which is a recording little suite. It's very easy to use. I've used NCH, I'll show you that in a minute, but basically you plug your little lead in here, which they give you with it, plug it in the USB of your computer, and you can record all your files either to MP3, which are not the best of files, but or you can make it a WAV file, 44 kilohertz, or higher than that, and make it even higher quality again by going to higher bit ranges. But with these old cassettes, it wasn't worth going much above CD quality, so I've stuck with that because I know they're not that good. Once you've gone to cassette, you've really kind of downgraded it. But the other good thing is that these programs give you lots of enhancements things on there you can use now to improve the quality of that old sound, get rid of a lot of noise and things that were on the old tapes and stuff like that. So let me show you the programs now that go with these that you get asked to download if you want to buy one. Well, you get advised that these programs here, I'll show you the Audacity, which is the free one. So this one's Audacity. Okay, it's very easy to use. You've got all your things up there for your file types and what sort of track quality and things you want it to be recorded at. It's very easy. There's a record button there and you just record your tracks through live as you play them. Really, you play them and just record it. It records it straight off. This is the page I'm really interested in, this one here, because it does things like noise reduction, normalization of stereo files to get the right level and things. There's lots of good things on there, repair and lots of things to make that sound a lot better than it originally was, especially the fact you've got equalizers and things that can actually give you some of those frequencies that may have been missing at the time and give them a little bit of a boost. Yes. This program is the one I actually prefer. It's a free version of WavePad. Okay, it's great. I really like it's got more things on it than the other. I prefer the way it's laid out and everything much better. And you get it free for non-commercial home use, so it's great that it costs nothing. So this is the one you click here, this P here, and you get it free to use. Okay, initializing recorder. This one I find has more features, things like remove noise again, but reduce voice and also isolate the voice. Very handy indeed, especially when some of the levels are recorded where the voice may have been too high or what have you. It's kind of very handy to have. And there's another good one in there where you can actually remove the echo that's on there. So if you've got too much echo, you can kind of get rid of it, gone a bit mad with it. Well, let's get rid of some of that. You can. And also obviously you can put echo on if you think there's not enough. And in the range of effects there's quite a lot there. Echo, reverb, envelope. You can chain the effects together, slow the speed up and down, so you can take the voice off, you can clean up again. There's also DirectX and VXT, which means you've got even more effects. You know, they kind of, you can got a load more down there on DirectX, and we've got a few more on VST. Let's just cancel that and I'll show you. VST comes up with these, and if you look at what you've got here, you can see that you've got that lot over there, which is very handy. So all round, great to get those old recordings back to some greatness once again. I expect you want to hear something now, don't you? Okay, stand by.
Don't mean to sound like I'm not grateful for the everything you gave. Don't mean to hurt you, and I'd never, if your feelings I could say. No way to tell you all the things I have to say are stuck inside. Today, I saw I really was alone. Everything was being reversed. Today I saw a fox in Piccadilly, and 1,000 people stood on the Yorkshire moors. Seems so strange, seems so strange. Oh boy, I'm going down the bend. Oh boy, when will this be end? When you come back to me, come back, oh please come back to me.
Now, I know you're probably thinking, sure, it can't be that good out of this, but you've just heard the evidence. I played a few tracks from the 70s there, and even if I play a fairly modern cassette recorded with decent modern music on it, it still comes out pretty good. I have to say, it's every bit as good as the old record I did have that broke about 20 years ago, which was quite a decent model, Nakamichi, and that was obviously very excellent, but you can't get any more now without paying extortionate prices, and you don't know how much is worn inside, so that's out of the question. So this for 20 quid, yeah, 20 quid, and you can even plug headphones in it and put them on and have a listen, or plug it into your stereo at home if you've got old cassette tapes that are sitting around up in the attic just going to dust, and you think, well, actually the recordings on them you can't ever get because they're not commercial recordings. There may be kids of you and a family when they were young. Anything that you know is not commercial. I mean, we know that we can get any recordings of records going right back to the 50s on Spotify or anywhere else streaming, so there's no need to have this sort of thing then. But no, primarily this is for stuff that can't be gotten anywhere. That's probably the wrong word. Yeah, not gotten. That could not be downloaded from anywhere because it's not available from anywhere. It's not actually ever been released, like none of this stuff has on here. But I just wanted to go through with that. Something I found, and I thought for 20 quid, yeah, that's pretty good. Anyway, that's about it though. All my stuff, the usual place. We'll get back to the plumbing, shall we? Okay, catch you again next time. Derek from 33. Bye bye.